Yes, we are back to pick you up off the floor to talk Below Deck Med Season 9, Episode 6. I am your captain, Sasha Joseph, joined by my co-captain, our Chief Entertainment Officer. He will play you happy birthday. Chappell is here. Hello, how are you?
I'm good, but how did I not realize there was a piano on the boat? Has that always been there? Did we just?
I don't remember it.
Yeah, this felt weird to me. I thought, oh, okay. I know the provisioners didn't send a damn piano to this boat, so I guess they always have one. But I'm excited. This was an interesting episode. It wasn't the most action packed episode, but it did give me a few things I want to discuss with you. So very happy to be back this week talking about Below Deck live on YouTube.
Yes, we're live. So if you are in the peanut galley, hello, welcome. We see you chat. We see it's popping. If you're listening to us, know that we are live usually on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern. So on the Rob Has a Podcast YouTube channel. And if you want to listen to us, we're of course on the Below Deck RHAPups feed. Yes, we got our own feed. Okay, we're here. Check it out. But yes, chat is going. Zen says piano has been here a while.
Really? You know what? Also, Zen, since we're talking about it, y'all see how me and Sasha are on time? Y'all caught that? You didn't see us.
Better say that we are on time. We were early.
Y'all be dragging us when we late. Don't get me wrong, y'all give us a lot of grace when we're late, but you also drag us in fairness. And so let's show us some love. We made it. We did it on
We were early, all right.
Yes.
We have some drama to get into, okay? So let's do it, all right. I think we're gonna talk Bri versus Elle. We gotta get into it. Because I have so many feelings, and I love when no one is right. That's what I want to preface this by.
Yeah, because I'm leaning toward Bri. But I do Ellie making there's some valid points there. My favorite thing about both of them fighting is that neither one of them are fighting the men. City boys, how did we get through this one alive? How did we make it out? We did it. Sasha, you gotta admit, this was some witchcraft. This man pulled off a hat trick here.
Can I just say I seen him on Watch What Happens live, and I must say he's so attractive.
You're like I get it.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. I understand why people would be in shambles. Him and Nathan were on, Joe and Nathan were on Watch What Happens Live this week. And when I tell you, I just couldn't stop staring and objectifying them. Where I was just like, wow, I have like it didn't translate to me on boat. But when I saw them all done up, I get it, girls. I get it.
Yeah, again, I don't know. The City Boys got through this one scot-free. I do not know how it happened. It's very hard to navigate. It's like something as dangerous as this. I have to move Joe up the rankings of all the City Boys that we've had on the show.
Yes.
This man might be Luca levels, because the way that he was able to essentially hook up with two women in the same room, and get away with it while they argued amongst themselves. And even go to him to vent about it. And we would see Ellie going like, isn't Bri crazy? Isn't it wild that she's betraying me like this? And the whole time I'm thinking, he's who you should be mad at. I'm sorry. No notes for Joe. I chef's kiss, he did it. I just cannot. I don't know how, but he did it.
Yeah, it's so funny to me because even on the show, right? Like even on the show, even on Watch What Happens Live, he did not give one single F. That's what I have to say. Like Nathan can be like, you shouldn't maybe hook up with two people. Maybe Gail is right that you should pick one. He said, why? Why not both? What's the problem? They know what I want. I've been very clear about my intentions, y'all. Not one F is given.
Look,
that's why I think he shoots up because it seems like he has told the girls what he wants. It's very obvious that he does not care and he's for the streets.
Yeah, but again, he knows he's the hose. And as long as you know your place and you are playing that role, you should be fine. The problem is they're supposed to identify that and treat you as such. And they are still fighting over you. Ellie can't even do her job. Every 2 seconds, we see her complaining to Aisha or to whoever will listen because Bri is so disrespectful and she's going after a guy that you liked and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, and that fool is just sitting there grinning and high-fiving Nathan the whole time. Like he found his bromance and he's good.
Yeah, to me, like his relationship is Nathan. Everyone else
Yeah.
is like the spice on top, if that makes sense.
Yeah. How
Or
do you
the
feel about
cherry.
bromances? Yeah, for sure. How do you feel about bromances on TV, like on reality shows? Do you like the bromance?
See, I want to not be a hater and be like, "That's sweet, you found your friend," but I'm over it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. I think they're stupid. And
Yeah.
here's why, okay? I just think that a lot of times, I'm not painting with a broad brush, but I am. I just feel that a lot of men just want to be in relationship with each other, but maybe
Mhm.
but sexuality wise, they don't want they're not
It don't go there.
attracted.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it don't go there.
it
Yeah.
doesn't fit for them. So
Yeah.
that's where the women come in for them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why it's not fun.
So he's like in a emotional relationship with Nathan, but sexually he's gonna take out, he's gonna use his sexual energy on these girls.
Yeah,
That
like
probably
I
makes
don't
sense.
feel that like a lot of these dudes like women, they just want to have
They
sex.
need to have sex. Yeah, they have an
Yeah.
urge. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that. I have you're very familiar with my bromance,
Yes.
Tyrone. And that's my boy, but I liked how they described it in the show where Nathan and Joe are like, you just kind of know when you meet somebody and the vibe clicks. And honestly, Sasha, it really kind of reminded me of how you and I met, where it was just like we didn't
Mhm.
really know each other, but the first time we talked, we said, "Oh, this works," And
Yeah,
so
okay. Yeah, literally.
sometimes you have a bro or a bromance that just, it just makes sense. And I think that for them, I like it. I'm rooting for them. I
No,
hope they never have any fights.
Listen, if we're speaking about the bromance, let me just tell you, they did a like Watch What Happens 5, where both of them had to say like 5 things they liked about each other, or they respected. Y'all, they both had the same number 1 as to
Oh
why they
yeah.
liked each other. It was, we have the same like goals in life, and then they
Yeah.
both had the same number 5, which was, oh, our banter is really good.
They
So
finish each
they're
other's
in
sandwiches.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
very much.
Yes.
Very much in sync. Like, I can't even hate. It's very cute. They were so funny on Watch What Happens Live. Yeah, they got me. But it's okay. I'm
Yeah.
back. Okay, I'm back. You
Snap
catch
out of
me
it.
slipping, but it was cute. It was cute.
Yeah.
And
Listen,
their
real ones
accents.
slip, but
Woo.
they don't fall. Oh, you said the accent too? See, they got you, Sasha. They packed you up. And again, this is why we can be really hard on these people on
Yes.
Below Deck when we sit at home and we watch it on TV. But sometimes when you're in person with somebody, the riz be different. You meet somebody in real life, you're like, oh, I get it. And so I'm not shocked that this happened, but I just want acknowledgement right here that the man got in like a thief in the night. How did he get away with this? He can't keep getting away with this. I'm so proud of him. Again, we've seen so many of the F boys on Below Deck
Mhm.
really let us down, but I think we got us a solid pair here. They might be the ones. They're the princes that was promised.
Yeah, I just appreciate them like knowing where they are, because Nathan kept getting asked like, oh, what did you feel about Gail and her girlfriend, or and her boyfriend, sorry, that she has a boyfriend, blah blah blah. Every time like a question or certain version of that question was asked, Chappelle, he just kept being like, I don't care. I
Mm.
really actually don't want to know.
It
I'm
doesn't
good.
have anything to do with me. It doesn't. It's none of my business. Look, from his mouth to God's ears, then down, and then let the blessings rain down on the rest of us, because that's how I move. That is none of my business. They never told me to be concerned about that. That is her thing. She needs to work it
Yep.
out.
And when I say it's so you coded, I couldn't breathe. Oh, look, I think I've seen this somewhere.
Look, I told you I mind my own business. If nothing else,
Yeah.
this is that ain't got nothing to do with me. You work that out. Let me know when you done. Sorry.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed, like, they know, like you said, they just know where they stand,
Mhm.
and that's why it works.
And
And
that's
that's
why
why
it
I
works.
can't be mad at my girly Bri. But Ellie, are
Ellie,
you not embarrassed?
she not embarrassed enough. People don't have enough shame these days. In
He has
2024,
blocked Joe, so I don't know what happens later.
She probably blocked Joe because she realizes sometime down the line that she cares a lot more about this relationship than he does, because he does not care at all.
Yeah, because here's the thing. My girl is complaining to everyone that would listen.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I don't understand.
Shame.
It's embarrassing. So first she starts in the crew mess and she's like, what's going on with the Bri sleepover situation? Girl, shut up.
You're not even supposed to acknowledge that. Sassy, you girl, what do we talk about? We said, like as if she could hear this in the real time, but we said, that girl's doing stuff, you don't even let that bother you. You're giving it too much attention because now people know you're annoyed. Matter of fact, everybody knows you're annoyed because you won't stop talking about it.
And then she's like going to, this is how you know you the drama. When you say the line, she's just creating drama for no reason.
Uh-huh.
It's like you the girl.
It's you.
It's you. Oh my God. And she's just like, it feels like going out of her way, right? To be like, no, oh, I'm so sad. I'm the victim. Girl code has been broken. Blah, blah, blah. Meh, I don't care.
I like that Joe finally hears her side of the story in this episode, and he's like, yeah, something about girl code or something, I don't know, she's annoyed at Bri, none of my business.
He literally does not care. God, I when I tell you, I beg that if I were, thankfully I cannot be because I'm married, but if I were ever in the situation, take me. You know what I'm saying? That this is that embarrassing.
Yeah.
That this man is like, she's saying all these words, and all I want to say is either kiss me or leave. Like that's the vibe he's giving.
Right. I'm holding my tongue now because yeah, definitely tell us all the time. Why did you come here? I don't think you want to have a conversation. That is not what you can leave. You can go. That's not what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
He said he's here for a good time, not a long time. And she really wants people to see her side. But I think the problem with Ellie, to me, is that she's having a one-sided beef with Bri. Bri is not talking about her. Bri is not mentioning her. Bri is just trying to do her job and get out the way.
And it makes Bri look better because of it.
Yeah, because it's like, bro, you were so bothered by this, and they really didn't do that much. Like we talked about, they got a little handsy. There was some top action going on for sure, but that's about it. This, you could bounce back from this. Like if you was real, you could have flipped that and made. I'm just saying,
especially because he a hoe. So that's right. He's for everybody.
Exactly. Why are you doing this for somebody who for everybody? Wow, wild stuff.
It's so easy. Come on, girls. Okay, just use and throw. That's what they should have done. But instead, they're getting used for drama. Because then she goes to her boss, Aisha, and they're talking. And I just love that she's complaining. And she's like, this Bri situation has got to stop. She's sleeping on the floor. And I love that Aisha is like, again?
Yeah.
And then she's saying, I'm belittling her. Are you?
Aisha says, well, did you do it? Because that's the thing. Even Aisha's thinking, well, I mean, you don't seem like you're not belittling her. Anybody, I'm sure the producers have already asked Aisha in the confessional or in the diary room thing, like, so you're Ellie's supervisor. Is Ellie's Bri's supervisor? Because she seems to think that she is. Juliana in the chat points out that she just keeps bringing it up, like, the disrespect that you would have for your supervisor, because what you don't realize is that Aisha's your supervisor and I'm your supervisor. So now these two supervisors are talking, and Aisha's actually trying to get to the point. She's like, listen, we'll talk about all of this later on. You really need to chill. Like, you got to chill. We all got to chill. This Bri thing is not that big of a deal, but y'all got to get it together. We're at work.
Yeah, and they're just, again, it keeps going, right? Like she's saying this. Oh, I know. Aisha just goes, we'll sort it after charter. Move on. And it's embarrassing because Aisha even points out, right? Like they have this annoying rivalry. I don't understand because you're getting distracted. And it's not like you can discipline people out of their emotions, which is such a great line.
Yeah.
And I need to write that down on my head, like always. Because get it together. And Ellie is not getting it together. Here's the thing. No. If you were good at your job and doing drama, it would have been chef's kiss.
Good point. Because we'll see that Ellie's so damn worried about Bri that she's doing her job poorly, you know? And
Yes.
this is where I find it very funny because Bri and Ellie, in a weird way, they balance each other out. Bri is very
Mm-hmm.
bad at her job. We know this. And Ellie had been helping her. And that's why she feels very disrespected by all
Yeah.
of this, right? Like, she's like, the audacity of you to go after a guy I like when you know that I'm keeping you afloat at work. And we see that when Ellie starts her helping Bri, Bri goes back to her normal ways. Aisha's like, did you read the tag? Did you see my initials on the tag? Like, why would you put these initials in my room? That doesn't make sense. And so you see that Bri has her deficits, but Ellie is so concerned with Bri and the personal issues that they're having right now that now she's doing worse at her job because, contrary to popular belief, she's not exactly a Lamborghini. You know what I'm saying? She's just not. So
Nope. Or
now
maybe
we're
she
seeing
is, and that it requires a lot of upkeep, and you
a
rarely
lot of
try
maintenance.
it.
Yeah, you got to get it fixed up every now and then because now Aisha is telling her to do stuff and Ellie's just ignoring it. You know, it's like, oh yeah, I didn't get to it. It's like, so you just didn't put out the coloring? No. So are you going to? Well, I was going to, but you know, I was doing other stuff. That's
Shut
it.
up. What? She never gave an answer. Like, I'm still trying to figure out what happened because this has never been an issue before. She's
Mm-hmm.
always put stuff out, and
Yeah.
she's always kind of had nice tablescapes. We know that that's important to Sandy.
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
She's so worried about Bri. She just is. You know, she just can't take her mind off it because remember, Aisha said from jump, both of my stews have issues. Both of them are not that great. They're both like Bri's probably the worst one, but Ellie ain't just a shining star either. I have my work cut out for me. And now it seems like Ellie gets on point. She kind of helps Bri get on together. And then the moment this stuff starts to distract them, Bri doesn't have the help she needs, and Ellie can't focus, and she starts to lose track of what's going on. And yeah, she's so busy complaining about about Bri that she's missing the fact that she's doing very poorly at her job too.
I personally loved when Ellie was like, "Did you know that Bree said she's been fired from every boat
Just FYI, you know.
for causing too much drama?" Shut up.
Yeah, and then we cut to Bri saying like, I had something really personal going on at home, you know, in my real life, and so that drama seeped into work. That's not the same as she gets fired for starting drama, you know. That's like a thing happened and she didn't know how to react to it. Thus, there's drama. Whereas like here, it kind of feels like Ellie, that's kind of your story right now. You're the drama, not Bri. You're the drama.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with that. And we just, again, we're still getting the same conversation, rinse and repeat over and over. And Aisha does tell Bri, like, listen, you got to sleep in your own cabin. Bri
Yeah.
tried it too and was like, but you know, it's not fair to me because me and Ellie aren't on the same schedule. Me and the boys are. Shut up.
Yeah, girl, get in your bed. Stop playing. Cause you're wrong for leaving that bed anyway. We been said you gonna be that girl. Sit in it. You know what I'm saying? You got that hot tub.
Lay in it, if you know what
Yeah,
I mean.
exactly. You got that hot tub. You knew Ellie liked them. You did. Just let's call it what it is. It wasn't a
Yeah.
shock to you. You saw it. So once you do that kind of stuff, to go and cower in the other room, the go stand on what you did, 10 toes, get in that bed and lay there, and then let Ellie huff and puff. Because honestly, that's probably the best revenge anyway. It's like, I'm not bothered by your attitude or the way you're acting toward me because I'm here to do my job, and Joe doesn't belong to you. You didn't even tell me you liked him, you know. So here we are.
And she hasn't even kissed him. Someone in the chat mentioned that. Yeah, Thundercats saying Ellie hasn't even been kissed or anything, and she's claiming Joe.
Yeah,
Ding, ding, ding.
it's tough because I think they're both very likable. I'm not like, you know, sometimes we come here on Below Deck and we're like, okay, this Stu gotta go. She gotta go.
Yeah.
She's causing all this stuff. We're just kind of like, Ellie, you're approaching the situation totally wrong. And now we want better for you, Ellie. It's not that we want you gone or anything like that. Because we've definitely had a situation where the Stews have been toxic, right? They're just horrible people to be around.
Mm-hmm.
Ellie is doing this to herself. She's shooting her own self in the foot, and we're trying to save her. Ellie, stand up.
Yeah, that's the thing. We like them both. I want to make that clear.
Yeah.
It's just very funny as to how this is all coming out, and it's terrible because then Ellie is like talking to Joe on the boat when they're away from everyone in the water, and she's like trying to get Joe on side. That man don't care.
He don't care. He don't care.
He does. It's embarrassing because you did it in the crew mess. Now you're doing it again, and he's still looking at her like lights on, no one's home.
Yeah, and he knows he's a drama. Everybody's telling him. I think Gail
Yes.
told him in this episode.
Yes.
Nathan's told him before. Everybody's like, Joe, it doesn't bother you that all of this is surrounding you? And he's kind of like, no, like, why would it bother me? They're grown.
Yep.
I'm grown. I'm not. I don't understand why. What? How did I get in it? You know, I ain't even did nothing. So that's
Mhm.
Joe.
So, of course, dishes are put on 3 hours late. Everything's a mess. And now Joe all of a sudden goes, "Well, Gail, maybe I do want Ellie."
Yeah, because I'm bored.
Here's the thing, girls. This is why I think Gail will come out on top, because it is true that you can't, you have to leave him wanting more. It's
Mhm.
giving caveman. It's giving you should be embarrassed. It's giving like it's 2024. Wake up, keep up with the times. But he's not going to. So he's like,
No.
well, I haven't kissed her yet. What's going
Mhm.
on? Maybe I should try that.
Yeah. And what about it? You know, Joe, because what's happening now is that Ellie's throwing a bit tantrum, which again, not recommended, but also it can be effective because it's got Bri so shell shocked at work
Yeah.
that she's probably not talking to Joe at all at this point. You know,
Mhm.
she's trying to stay out of the drama. So now he went from getting attention from 2 girls to no girls, but one of them wants to talk to him. It's Ellie. And Joe's like, okay, whatever. You know, you ran off Bri, but I'm still here. Let's do it. And so
Yup.
Ellie might get what she wants, but she looks really bad doing it, you know. And I think that's really like the optics of this. Like, if this is your big play, like let me guilt Bri into and then like passive aggressively kind of just like shame her for trying to hook up with a guy that I also want to hook up. Well, fine. Like if that's your big play, then go for it. Just know you look foolish because if he doesn't give you the time of day, you did all this for naught. He could still go back
Yeah.
to Bri.
And that's the thing. It seems like he will, because on Watch What Happens Live, right? One, we know Ellie has blocked him. And then second, they asked like the questions, right? Like Andy asked between 2 stews, like, who are you picking? Mind you, bless his heart. I don't know what's going on up there, because one of the questions he answered Jonno, and everyone's like, no, you have to pick between the 2 stews. Like, what are you doing? So, like, who's working the hardest to earn the tips, right? Bri or Ellie? He goes,
He said,
Jonno.
Jonno. So, okay.
So, anyway, but it's just, he did pick Bri for all the positive answers. Who is the
Hmm.
better flirting? Who does the crew like more? Was a better sense of humor, smile? Who will be chief stew one day? He said Bri.
Ooh, see, but this your fault. You blocked him. You blocked him.
Yes.
So now you want to
That's
play
what I
games?
think.
Let's play games. You know, like whether he believes that or not, Ellie, you still gotta watch this on Watch What Happens Live. And I
Yep.
know you watched it. And I know you watched it. So again, we're at like expert level. This man right here, he's battle tested. This is like a junior grand champion. Like he grew up in the trenches. He knows the game.
Yeah.
Ellie, you might be if she watch What Happens Live with that man on the episode, then she's down bad still. If she didn't see it, then she might be okay. But if she
People need to
watched
send
it,
her clips.
yeah, if she watched it, then she's not at peace yet. I need you to find peace,
Mhm.
beloved.
Yeah, it's just, my thing is I will never block someone that like I was in this situation with, because then you think that, or you will know, sorry, that you're on my mind.
Yeah. See, my thing is like, I don't get me wrong. I love a good block. I've told you this before.
Yeah,
I love
you
a good
do.
block.
Yes.
I
yes.
do. But sometimes it is beneficial to not block them. Just pretend that they're blocked, because then that way you can see if they're still reaching out, because you need to know
Correct.
that you're desirable. If you block them and they never try and text you again, then you didn't really do nothing. You need you need to send something that is going to get them to talk to you and then never respond.
When I tell you, even after all these years, them happy birthdays come right on time, everyone.
That's how it is. I'm telling you.
And I don't interact. You just move on with your life. But the thing is, you tend to like check.
Yeah, you leave the door open so that you can get the messages and that you know that person is still thinking about you. My thing is, if I'm ever in a text argument, I always say something off the wall, like inflammatory, just to get a rise, and then that's when I block you. I want the message not received coming
Oh,
in. You
valid,
know, like I
valid. I
want
just
some
put
of
it in
that.
the airplane mode.
Yeah, exactly. So like,
So
why
it'll
are my
never
messages
come.
not
Yeah,
going? Yeah,
exactly.
exactly. It's because I said that to see if it'll make you mad. And then the moment you like, and then I see those little those ellipses that you're typing, keep typing because I'm not responding.
Yeah.
You'll never know. You'll never know. I'm never gonna see it. And then you go back and you unblock it because you have to you have to
Okay.
leave the door open so you can start to see that, oh yeah, they still talking about me, they still thinking about me.
We're sick. We're sick.
It needs to happen.
Thank God I'm out of the streets. Thank you, God. I don't want to do this anymore. Okay, it's too much work, and the problem with me is it's too easy.
Yeah, look, the night in the streets, the night is dark and full of terrors. Okay, it is
Yes.
not safe out here. Okay, you
Yeah,
got to
you should
be
just be happy I'm out of them. That's what I'll say.
one less menace on the
Yes,
road.
one less boogeyman. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it's just, and Gail is a voice of reason. She's like, listen, you've got to play the game with one person. You
Yeah.
can't do all of it. It's all on you. Don't stop. Don't be the drama. And even if you think, hey, there might be potential with Ellie, right? Like that's what he's saying. Do I go forward? She said, I don't care. Just one person. No monogamy.
Yeah.
No polygamy. Sorry.
No monogamy is the name of my book.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Gail's trying to help. She's like, this can be fixed. We can have a good, peaceful time on the charter. Pick one of the girls, stick with it, and let this die. And Joe is like, I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Or I could keep doing what I'm doing. We can have a little fun, you know. And I think that's where, you know, she's the angel on his shoulder, and the devil on his shoulder is just like, move, bitch. You know, like go away.
Not even, yeah, not even trying. That's the thing. Even on Watch What Happens Live, he has the same energy. Nathan kept being like, he shouldn't have done this. Oh yeah, this should have been different. You know, whatever, right? Like basic things. And Joey's just like, and what's the problem? Like it's zero remorse.
I love it.
He's crazy. Stay away from him, girls.
Yeah.
Do not get caught up in this. He's like, they knew I didn't want a relationship. F-boy 101. That's like the top of the pyramid when they're like, I don't want anything, but we'll do everything boyfriend related.
But see, that's the thing. If you know this, then why are you still falling for this? Sasha, the book is written. It is written. I'm coming in day one and I'm establishing like,
True.
hey, I'm just here for a good time. I'm here to have fun. So did I pick you up for the date? Sure. Did I pay for the food? Sure. Did I open the door? Sure. Was I a gentleman the whole time? Sure. Did I text you good night? Sure. Did I text you good morning the next day? Sure. When you say, what are we? I'm going to say, I'm having a good time. I don't know what you are.
Yep. Ladies, this is why you have to have multiple people texting you good night and good morning. Don't be an idiot.
Don't be dumb.
Don't let them get you caught up now. Oh my God. But yeah, he's good is my point.
Yeah.
Him and Alex are the two you have to be worried about. Because Luca, I think you can get him. It's easy because like he's very vain. In that like he knows he looks good and you can mess with that.
Yeah.
Joe, on the other hand.
So I think your thing with Luca is that Luca was playing on expert mode, but he was playing against a novice. You know, that poor girl Jess, she just was out of her league. So we have to see if Luca gets some like harder competition, see if he's battle tested.
Yes, that's why I wasn't sure about Luca, but with Joe, you can just tell. You're like, oh, this is a tornado that you just get caught in and you didn't realize you got caught.
Yeah, I got to put him down. You can't allow him to have no
J names. Stay away from J names. How many times I gotta tell y'all? Every podcast I'm on. J names.
You haven't been wrong
ladies.
yet.
I know. I need to know if he's a Cancer, because if you're a Cancer with J names.
Oh, that would be funny.
All I dated.
Double whammy.
In college.
Double homicide.
Double homicide for real. The thing is, I can say it because I'm a Cancer. Okay. We know how to be emotionally manipulative. That's all. So then we have Ian versus Captain Sandy as well. And I must know, you're seeing flashes. Captain Sandy isn't wrong. I want to start with that. Yeah, but you're seeing flashes of what we used to see with Captain Sandy.
I kind of like it too because I think I like it most because Ian feels like he's so smug about his position. You know, he's
Yes.
very micromanaging toward the other people we know. He doesn't take accountability well. So it's like I like seeing Captain Sandy say, okay, you have to take accountability for this kind of stuff. Like I'm looking for the bosun when this stuff happens.
Mhm.
And there's several times where they're like, and why is this thing like right like this? It's like, oh, I don't know, you gotta ask Ian. And she goes right over and says, Ian, what is this? And he's like, oh well, I just thought I should do it like this. He said, well, you shouldn't. You know, she's like point blank, well, that was wrong. Your instincts were wrong. Don't do that again. I said, whoo, Captain Sandy, she's on his ass right now. I'm enjoying this.
And he just like is not caring. That's my problem, right? Like if he was like, "Oh my gosh, I messed up. So sorry." No. Every episode with him is like, "Ah, shucks. I messed
Yeah.
up." But I thought the way I was doing it was right.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
it.
Gigi should have planned the games.
Yeah. I mean, like he just feels like I tried, right? That's good enough. Like wrong, right? It doesn't matter. I gave him my best shot. You okay with that, right? But then he wants to micromanage his team. It's weird to me. And Ian in this episode, he just felt like he was very spaced out. Like he just quite like I don't know what's going
Yeah.
on with him, but his head was not in the game. It just
And
seemed like he
it's
was
a lot of,
off.
but yeah, we're not getting anything from him. That's why even when I was taking notes, I was like, is Ian talking? Am I just
Yeah.
checking out? And again, he had moments, right, where everyone was like, oh, why is the anchor, and why is the starboard windlass? Yeah, not
Yeah, the
working, blah, blah,
windlass.
blah. And he's just like, oh, I guess it was me that left a whole tender light on.
Yeah. Yeah, just
How can
oh,
you
I
just
think
say that?
he said, I think I was the last one in the boat, so I guess I'll take the blame for that. If you were the last one in the boat, then who else was supposed to take the blame? Ian. You know, it's very weird to me. And yeah, there are moments where they're working outside on the deck and Ian is just in the bed sleep as the boat said. I'm like, now I'm trying to understand the sleep schedule that they
Mhm.
have, and we keep hearing about hierarchy and chain of command, but Ian, you're in charge. Why are your two, subordinates or whatever
Yeah.
out on the deck doing the stuff and you're not there? Don't you think if anything you should be there?
I was so confused, right? Like I couldn't understand why a bosun would be down on account that he sets the schedule.
Right. It's
So
like
he shouldn't the schedule work where he is up at the very important
the most
anchor time?
important times. Yeah. Where are you at? This is weird. This is weird.
But
And
I think this
and
is his vibes only life where he thinks he's right.
yeah, and he's chilling too. I think that's the other thing is that I think they were about 15 minutes behind schedule. They go and
Mhm.
wake him up at the 15-minute mark. And at 20 minutes, he's like leaving the room. Sir, we're having issues with the boat. You know, maybe, double time. Run a little bit. You jog, do something. Why are you casually like, all right, well, let me put my shoes on. Sir, there's issues and they had to come wake you up. You need to put some urgency, a little pep in your step.
Yeah. Also, Anna says, right, he's starting to remind me of Reagan, which is such a good comparison and a person I completely forgot existed in Below Deck season 7. Below Deck Med, sorry. Season 7. Again, we were excited. Oh, another female bosun. Like, this is cool. Well, whew, lights on, no one's home. And
Yeah.
she gets fired.
Yeah. That's the vibe I'm getting from Ian. It's just
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, wake up, snap out of it. Everything just seems so delayed. Like he's just not tapped in. I wonder if they asked him, like, is something going on? Is there a reason why you're so lax right now? Because we're in the middle of day 2 of a 3-day charter.
I just feel that this is all planned. Like they hire horrible people so that they can fire them. Because it's
Yeah.
like it's giving first boot energy, right? Like some people just are cast to be the first boot.
That's a good point. Who do you think is more likely to get fired now? Do you think we'd be losing our bosun, or do you think our chef should be
Oh,
worried since we know the backup is waiting in the
right.
wings?
Currently, I think it's Ian.
Yeah, I think he's making his way up the right now. She isn't
Yeah.
called in a backup bosun, but
But I think the chef is more like a bosun you can quickly get, or you can get maybe a deckhand, right? And the lead deckhand becomes bosun versus a chef. Like that is a much harder thing you have
Yeah.
to move, I feel.
Okay. Yeah. I'm still concerned about Jonno. We haven't
Oh,
talked about it
yes.
yet. I'm still concerned. However, I think Ian is climbing the ranks as to somebody who should be worried about their job potentially.
Can we just quickly talk about Jonno? There isn't necessarily anything. The food's fine, right? We had no issues, blah, 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 all this stuff. But why are we farting in the galley and talking about it? That was a crazy cutaway, like throwaway scene.
Yeah. And well, Aisha is kind of gassy too.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't.
both of them.
Yeah, like I don't understand why it's so openly farted in front of everybody. I just rather people not. Like if you fart,
Agreed.
let's not talk
Agreed.
about it. Let's just.
I will act like it didn't happen. I promise.
Yeah,
There's
because
no
it's not.
way.
It doesn't have to be a topic of conversation. It's just like, hey, that's a thing that happened. We smell it. Let's move on.
Yeah, and then you talk. But can you imagine someone being like, "Yeah, I just did that over there by your food," basically?
Yeah, that's nasty.
Just
Especially
leave that area. That's all I'm saying. It's a normal, natural thing that happens. I don't care to hear about it, but I'm just saying, like, just go somewhere else. Like,
Mhm.
we know that Aisha is like very comfortable with
Mhm.
her bodily functions, as she should.
Yeah,
I don't
whatever. It's your
care.
body.
Yeah, all I'm saying is that's crazy to talk about it by the kitchen. That's
Right.
all. That's all I'm saying.
Y'all in here farting in the food, and I don't like that. That's how I felt watching that
Not
scene.
Kev in the chat saying extra flavor. That's like
Ew.
there's this thing where Indian street food before they don't the uncles don't always wear gloves when they're making the food, and like they be touching parts of their body, lower parts of their body, and then it's the same hands that prepare your food. And we used to joke as kids like that's the extra flavor, and now after COVID things don't taste the same.
Oh, COVID sanitized some of the food. It's not as good as it used to be. Look, there are some restaurants that I walk through the door, and although I look at first glance and I know like this place probably isn't passing any
Correct.
inspections, but you also can kind of tell that this food finna be good though. Like, you walk in, you're like, Jamaican spot I used to go into, and because I used to I was going to a place down the street from him, and I remember going in, and I was always underwhelmed at the food. So somebody told me like, you're going to the wrong spot, go to the other spot. So I went to the other spot, and when I walked in, the people barely acknowledged my existence. And then this lady from like behind the bar, she'd like sweep it up, and she's like, "Oh yeah, come over here and get some food." And so I come over, and the moment she's like cleaning and taking my order at the same time, and I'm watching her, and the whole time I'm like, I know this food is gonna be good. And Sasha, I could have kissed that lady. That food was so good. Like I don't know if you dropped the spoon in the mop water or what, but this
So
is
funny.
it was so good. Sometimes you just know. You have to know.
I love that for us.
Or even like, sadly, I hate to say it, but the right gas station. If I see the food at the right gas station, I'm like, wait a minute. Sometimes, like, don't sleep on it. Like some of these restaurants, no. But the right little hole in the wall gas station where you can smell the grill, you can smell the butter. Oh yeah, you got to go ahead and get that. So yeah, you just gotta know. It's more like a vibe. You gotta pick it up when you walk in the door. Like it's dirty in here, but I sense some skill, and I think that we can't overlook this place yet.
Yeah, and like I said, there is moments of like how class and privilege comes into play with all this, but we're just making jokes about it. This is not serious. Because obviously we're still eating at these places. It's just I was just like, I cannot believe Below Deck is doing this, but we don't really have much else, so I understand why I have to add all this drama.
Yeah. These are slow episodes. I mean,
yeah, it's
like
the musty.
You got like, so we have, of course, Bri versus Ellie, and then we have Sandy versus Ian. And that's about it,
and Joe with everyone.
And Joe with everyone. But I mean, we chilling for the most part in Below Deck right now. I would love to see more drama from the guest. At best,
Yeah.
we get Brittany from America's Next Top Model doing what Brittany does best. See, this is the Brittany I remember.
Same. I was like,
Yeah,
oh, I've been there, seen
yeah,
that.
yeah. I've seen this girl. She, in her season of America's Next Top Model, Tyra Banks is just kind of like, Brittany's a party girl. Brittany's wild,
Yep.
and then like they would look at her picture and be like, Brittany, you're just so wild. You were wild on set of the photo shoot and all this other stuff. In this episode, she might have had a few too many drinks and she dropped it to a split.
Did you see her man? Man was
Her
not
husband
having
was
it.
mortified. He was like,
He was
please
like,
don't do this.
he's like, good enough.
She was like, want to see a trick? He's like, no. And everybody's like, no, we're good. She's like, I can do a trick. He's like, please, you don't have to. Like, no, it's fine. And then boom, busted to a split. She did like a plank thing first, and then she went into the split. I said, Brittany, please, people are watching. Stand up. Please get up.
So funny. I saw, because I think we kind of saw the split, but what I remember is just that silver rolling around on the floor. Like, that's all I can remember is her outfit just going back and forth. So funny.
Yeah, Thundercats in the chat brings up a good point. He knew who he married. That is true. But I'd have to imagine that somewhere they had those conversations where they were like, maybe you don't have to do it all the time. On the luxury yacht, busted to a split, maybe save that for maybe like, the more casual parties. This was a Hollywood glam, I guess, style party.
Listen, it was over. It's fine.
Yeah. It's not over. Sasha, have you ever done Hollywood glam as like a party theme?
No.
I kind of think I would kill it. Because I told you before, I do my best work at weddings. And so I feel like that's where I can really wear like something like really formal, kind of like dapper. Yeah, I could do this. I've never done one of these type of party. Like, I'm leaning toward like the little ratchet parties, toga party, ABC party, stuff like that. But Hollywood glam, I was like, okay, put that on my list because they looked good. Everybody looked great.
Yeah, the thing is, Hollywood glam is nice at dinner party.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a like I want to dance. The type of music Sasha Joseph likes to dance to.
Yeah, Brittany probably likes that music too. She could bust it to a split to the music that you be listening to.
Correct. So that's why it felt like, okay, that's interesting. I think if we go on Below Deck, we're doing a Hollywood glam. That's fine.
Yeah, you got to for the occasion. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. So when you go on Summer House Martha's Vineyard,
stop it. That's exactly why they canceled that show, because they knew you were trying to get me on that show. We're not doing it. Oh my
God. If anyone is listening, trust me, Chappell and his friend group, get them on. Him and his cousins, everyone.
Oh God, dear God, no, God.
Imagine you all just in Texas for 3
God. Stop it.
Please, you have to have me on as the friend.
Stop it. Shenanigans.
I'll do a Bollywood party.
Okay, hold on. You have my attention.
I can make it work. Oh my gosh. This has gone completely off the rails. But I also love that Joe was like, so you didn't give me any notification that I'm gonna be doing a whole day, a whole song.
That was interesting. They said they want somebody to sing happy birthday. They want the crew to sing happy birthday. Sasha, I'm thinking this is easy peasy, in and out. We see that at any given restaurant will come up with a birthday song to sing you, bring out some sparklers and a piece of a brownie, a molten lava brownie or whatever, and call it a day. It's not that complicated. This man Joe got to sit down at a piano and do a whole ass performance.
I like that. I really love people that can play instruments. I think it's so cool.
I think he's very talented. He told us that he grew up performing because his mom got him into it, and that's kind of his bag. But it's just happy birthday, y'all. Like, let's just knock it out. I didn't even know there was a piano on the boat.
Where has it been hiding? Is it a whole nother level we haven't seen?
Maybe it's just down there and they just like don't touch it, so we never see it. It's like something they walk past, so we never actually have to acknowledge it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, and it was an interesting chat is also agreeing that the birthday was wow.
Yeah.
Juliana says, yeah, slowest, worst happy birthday ever. Um, Dip said, listen, fast forwarded it, and Thundercats is killing me. It was like happy birthday on Zoom. That is
Yeah.
the best way to describe it.
Yeah. Like if they're playing for the tip, then you want to be extra. But I do think a piano that doesn't sound great probably ain't gonna give you a tip too much. But like if you came out and made a big to do about the happy birthday, you know, like
Right?
those old restaurants, because they used to be that I don't know if it was just like a rumor or if it's actually true, but you couldn't sing happy birthday at restaurants because it's like copywritten or something like that. I used to hear that all the time. So they had to like come up with like those
Ooh.
like happy birthday, something, something, something. Like they would have to
Yeah,
come
yeah,
up with the
yeah.
other ones. That's what I used to hear is
Oh,
like
I didn't know
now I
this.
don't know if it's true, but I used to hear that all the time why they didn't just do regular happy birthday songs. Like,
Wow.
but again, if you bring out the sparklers and you do some happy birthdays and sing, that's all they wanted. They just
Mhm.
wanted somebody to say happy birthday to the guest. It wasn't like bring out a piano. It needs to be a serenade.
Yep.
But I think it could have been bigger. It probably could have been
Why didn't
better.
Ellie do a whole, like, model performance?
Go get the cat suit back on.
Yeah.
It would take about an hour or two for her to put it on
Oh,
the whole
right,
thing.
like,
Yeah,
with the ice cream, the candle,
yeah,
the melted okay, that
yeah. They'd be waiting. They'd still be waiting on her to start singing.
okay, that's real. Because all I'm saying is, if we're gonna be messy and we're gonna do it big, let's really do it big. That's all.
Yeah. And Penny in the chat says, "Happy birthday is trademarked."
Oh,
And
we
so,
know, 'cause
yeah, and
of
so,
Isha's birthday.
yeah, and
On
so
Big
I'm thinking that
Brother,
that's
they
why
had
they
to
had to,
pay. Mhm.
yeah, and so here you go. I think that's what they were doing. But again, he kind of sang "Happy Birthday" here, so I'm just saying,
Kinda.
spice it up. Yeah, spice it up.
Yeah. Oh, Chris says that song got released from trademark like 5
Hey,
years ago. Yeah,
okay.
got it. Yeah, because we know in Big Brother 10, they had to pay a lot of money, to have the happy birthday on. So
Imagine being the person who trademarked the happy birthday song. Do you understand how many people, first of all, have been robbing you of your money because they sing it way too much for you not to be getting paid for it? And then two, how many people are just like singing this song that you got the rights to? If you're like sitting at a bar somewhere, somebody starts singing happy birthday, you tap them on the shoulder, like, excuse me, I own that. You can't really, yeah, just put your hand out.
money,
Like,
please.
yeah, you owe me at least, let's just say like $20 to finish your happy birthday thing. Stop,
Oh,
because I own it.
yep, it's so funny. Oh my god, the song is out in public domain of the United States and EU. Fascinating. Oh my god, capitalism, man.
Yeah, crazy. Had no
Oh
clue.
my gosh, happy birthday officially recognized a day after my birthday in 2016. Wild. We're
Oh,
all
so
wild.
happy birthday is a Cancer too. I knew
It's
it. That's why it's so messy and
first of all, let's fight. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I thought that was really funny because you could tell that it was almost set up as like a Ellie making Joe mad about happy birthday, but Joe don't care about nothing.
No, he's chilling. He's big chilling. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
not gonna
but
get riled out,
that
Joe.
yeah, nope, that's it. Anything else from the episode?
I mean, we could kind of talk about Jonno. He's fighting
Oh,
for his
right.
life. He made it
Mhm.
through another dinner service with
Yes.
minimal complaints.
Mhm.
Do you think he has the ability to keep this going for a little bit longer?
I think if we get folks with a little bit more pickier, rather, I should say, taste, or
Mm,
someone that's like, I don't want chicken, or I want something crazy, then let's see. Or the other hand is that he's gonna repeat the stuff. The guests like it, but Sandy is gonna
mm,
Captain Sandy is like, didn't you just do this? Why
right.
is it the same
Ooh,
one over and over? So it's one
yeah.
of those that I think is gonna happen.
I feel like he's figured out what the expectation is, and so
Yeah.
now everybody's like, "Oh my god, this is so good! Like the presentation is so good." Blah blah blah. But Aisha said in this episode, like, "I'm really starting to like Jonno," and I thought, "Oh, it's the beginning of the end." Good TV shows will make you really appreciate somebody right before they cut them off.
Yep.
And so I feel
That's
like they're like, we're gonna be like, "Yeah, Aisha and him really get along now," and all this other stuff. And I know they're just preparing us for the ultimate downfall. I just don't see him making
Oh,
it
I'm
probably.
into it. Okay.
Yeah, I think I don't see them making it past the midway point of this season because we're 6 episodes
Yeah.
in and we got a long way to go.
Yeah, I just think that the next time someone rattles his feathers, or as he
Mm-hmm.
says, I had to set my pussy up. So
Stepped. I was like, do I put that in my notes?
I did not, and I still remember.
Yeah.
Jonno, so funny. But yeah, so let's see. Next time on is gonna get a little crazy. It feels like we're gonna have some anchor issues.
Yeah. Sandy was like, okay, well, if we can't get the anchor up, we just have to leave it behind, which doesn't seem like the worst thing in the world, but I don't think like anchors gotta be expensive for a luxury yacht.
Mhm.
I'm talking about thousands and thousands of dollars. So maybe they got it like that, but I highly doubt it. They
Well,
really
and
need to get.
the system. I wonder how much it is to like put everything on.
Oh yeah, because they have to detach the anchor so
Yeah.
they can so they can get the boat back to the dock. But then at some point they have to bring people in to actually install the anchor.
Yeah. That's why I'm just wondering. And like the chains, like how does that work?
No clue. No clue, but I'm sure we'll have to find out because right now it's not looking like, and I don't know, below deck sometimes will build up like suspense for something that is not that big of a deal, but it does feel
Mhm.
like they're having some real issues and they're gonna figure it out, but Captain Sandy's not gonna be happy about it because right now she's pissed. She ended the episode. This is probably the angriest I've seen her ending an episode.
Yeah. 1,000,000%. Because I'm just thinking a lot about the machinery and parts more than even just
Mhm.
the anchor piece of it and the human hours that it's going to take. So let's see. It's gonna get crazy hopefully next week. And next week's gonna be the night out, I'm assuming. So
Mhm.
we're gonna have mess there. And from Watch What Happens Live, the only other thing is that they asked Nathan and Joe about Ian and what does that look like? Like, oh, could you know, defend these moves? And it was like the tender running overnight. Blam, blam, blam. Most things they were like, nope, nope, they don't like that man.
Yeah. Mm-mm. It's clear. It's clear. Um, what can you say? I mean, they don't really have anything positive to say about him, and so we haven't seen a lot positive from him either. You know, like what is he bringing to the table as a below deck character? He's not that great.
Yeah. I think maybe it's time to bring in another one. Let's bring in someone that's ready to hook up with Elle. How about that?
Yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah. Bring us something. Bring us just
something.
anything.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
agreed. And and then on Watch What Happens Live, the other thing is that we do know all the places that some of maybe the places that Nathan has wink wink shivered his timbers on.
Oh,
Like, why was that was literally Nathan's segment.
where did he shiver those timbers?
Many. Yachts, laundry room, no. Movie theater, yes.
Movie theater.
I'm
Okay,
like, watch the movie, guys.
watch
Am
the
I
movie.
old?
Yeah, we
Private
old.
we old. Private beach.
Okay.
Um, Yacht guest bedroom. Obviously when they're gone. Roommate's bed. He said no, but it's on the agenda.
Oh man. Okay, Nathan, go to hell. You know, like,
Yeah.
look.
No,
don't
but
ever.
Joe and him said it's cool if you have sex while your roommate is in the
They
room.
don't. They don't live together. Wait, in the room?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's a
they're
no for me,
crazy.
dog. It's a no. I don't want to know. Like, if you're gonna do that kind of stuff, do your in your own bed, away from me. I don't need that. I don't need it. Sorry.
Hmm. And what's wild is that they both believe that the bottom bunk is better to have sex in case anyone was wondering. But here's the thing. All right. He was asked, have you ever had have you shivered your timbers, hooked up in the club? Are you ready for
Like,
his answer?
like in the club, like Usher, like
Apparently.
love in the club,
Yeah, I don't think it's love. Um,
lust.
his answer said, "Wow, do strip clubs count?"
Oh, to answer his question, no, they do not.
No, but wait, there's more.
The,
He said, "I mean, I've done it in a strip club's toilet." but not with the stripper. Apparently
obviously,
with his girlfriend at the time.
Oh, well, she sounds like a good time.
So
Go
Joe
go
said, "Oh, so
home.
you didn't have to pay."
Right. Because yeah. I just have a real issue with people doing it in public bathrooms.
Me too.
Like
That's
public places,
weird.
I could kind of let like, okay, whatever. Again, I don't kink shame nobody.
Yeah.
However, I'm kink asking why. Why couldn't you find nowhere else? Like the bathroom,
Go
like
home. That's
it's
gross.
it's so nasty. It's a bathroom. Get out of there. Like,
Yeah.
ugh.
Ugh, I know. So I had to, since I saw it, you had to know.
Run away, Gail. Run away. Run far away.
I know. Oh my gosh. It's very funny, but yeah, Watch What Happens Live just seemed like a light, silly, fun time. I don't think Andy knew what the hell they were talking about half the time, but bless everyone's heart. We made it
Yeah.
happen. All right, but that was it for Below Deck this week. Thank you, Chappell, for being amazing as usual. Where can the people find you?
Well, if you are a RHAP listener, then you know you can find me on the Nothing But Netflix podcast, checking out like Netflix shows with Rob Sesternino every week. We talk about a new Netflix show. We'll be talking about Receivers, the docuseries on Netflix about the NFL wide receivers with our special guest Alexander Chester. Then I got some really cool coverage tomorrow of one of the reality shows that people have been dying to hear us talk about, The Hungry Games, starring
Ooh!
starring what 12 bears that are in the wilderness doing bear stuff. I don't know, but
Oh, I
we're
didn't
covering it
know
tomorrow.
this. That's so cool.
We're covering it tomorrow. I don't know if cool is the word.
Who
It's
is
crack.
covering it? Oh my gosh, this is
It'll
so
be
funny to
it'll be
me.
me and Josh Wigler talking about the bears and not the bear that y'all are thinking of. So check that out, and then because it's gonna be stupid. And then this Friday, I'll be competing in the RHIP competition for the pressure cooker to ring in like this new Big Brother season, Big Brother 26, 27. What season is it? 26. It's 26 is on the way. And so we're doing a pressure cooker where we all have to stay on the podcast live with our hands on top of our head and the person who can do it for the longest wins some
it's on
money or
top of your
embarrassing
head.
privacy.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
glad I didn't do
Y'all know I'm out first. Y'all met me. Y'all know. Thundercat, stop. Y'all know I'm going out first. If it was a strategy game, then I might have some hope. But me sitting still with my hand on my head, 20 minutes, 25 minutes tops. I hope the punishments aren't so bad. Check that out here on RHAP. And then, of course, check me out on my own podcast, Recap Kickback. Go to recapkickback.com/subscribe to keep up with all the stuff that I'm talking about. Me and Mario covered House of the Dragon. We just had a Black Barbie documentary drop. So we talked about that with me and Gia and Latanya. And then over, I guess this week we'll be dropping the Supercell series recap. We're talking about the premiere, but we get into some spoilers of the whole series. Go watch Supercell, check out the podcast, and subscribe to the podcast at recapkickback.com. And then, of course, you can always watch us on YouTube, youtube.com/@recapkickback. Go hit us a subscribe button, hit like on the video, comment, and let us know that, you're a fan and that, give us some positive reinforcement there because we're doing some big things on Recap Kickback and want you to be a part of it.
Perfect. And as for me, always, if you're wondering why something's trending, we're talking about it over on Mess Magnets, where we talk pop culture, celebrity gossip, everything mess. We're talking about it. So check that out on Rob has a website /mess feed. And of course, Mike Bloom and I are talking to your favorite reality TV people about their favorite scripted TV. This week I was missing, but Mike Bloom talked to Corey Wurtenberger about Lost. So check that out. It was really fun watch. And Taryn and I are launching another YouTube. Well, it's not YouTube. It's a Nebula, which is a video streaming service. So another Nebula original, which is made by the Jet Lag production team. It's a game called The Getaway, but what it comes down to is it's a mix of Traitor and the Mole, but the catch is everybody the mole. Everyone's a baddie. Everyone's a snitch. So it's a really fun thing. Come check that out. Thumbs up this video, please. Thank you, Zen. Make sure you like this video. Leave us a comment. Tell us you're enjoying it. And we'll see you soon. Thank you for listening. Bye.